If you ever felt exhausted during a run or a lifting session, it's usually because of one of three reasons. 1, your sleep schedule is poor. 2, you have way too many hard days. Or 3, you're eating to have calories, not fuel. In this video, I'll show you how to fix the third one. I'll show you how to fuel like an athlete so you always stay energized and focused on all your runs and lifting sessions. I won't be throwing in any fluff, just straight to the point tips for pre, intra, and post-training nutrition. So the goal for pre-workout nutrition is to get enough energy for the workout and to avoid any stomach issues. So there's 3 golden rules for pre-workout nutrition, and the first one is having fast absorbing carbs, and an example of this is a bagel. The second one is to have caffeine. This could be a pre-workout energy drink or even a coffee. And the last one is hydration, which is very important, and a rough guideline for how much you should have is about 500 milliliter to a liter of water. And if you have electrolytes in the water, that's even better, but that's obviously optional, but it does help a lot. Now, running and lifting relatively have the same pre-workout rules unless we're talking about long runs. Long runs is where you may benefit from having some additional carbs before the run, and that's where hydration really matters. So make sure you're hydrating well before the long run. Now, not everyone has the same schedule, so plan your meal based off how far it is from the workout. For meals 90 to 120 minutes before a workout, you can have a full meal, so some carbs and protein, moderate fat is okay, and some fiber is okay. Some examples include rice and chicken, oatmeal, or a yogurt fruit bowl. Now, for 45 to 60 minutes before, you have less digestion time, so it's best to avoid any heavy foods. You want to aim for mostly carbs, low fat, and low fiber. Some examples include a bagel and kiwi, which is my personal favorite, toast and jam, or even a low-fat yogurt with banana. For 20 to 30 minutes before, now you really don't have time to digest any heavy food, so stick to things that are just fast and easy to eat. So something like a banana or a sports drink, or even some honey. Now for intra-fueling, which is fueling within the workout, running and lifting differ a bit more. Your easy runs, tempo runs, and interval runs don't typically need intra-fueling, but once your long runs pass a specific point, intra-fueling becomes very important. That's because after long continuous effort, your blood sugar starts to drop, and without proper fueling, the effort starts to feel harder as you start to feel more tired. A simple rule for this is if your long run is under 75 minutes, you don't really need intra-fueling. Some water is okay, but if it's over, that's when you start needing to consider some intra-fueling. Some examples for intra-fueling is to have some fast absorbing carbs, and the best 2 examples for this is gels and gummies. Now, gels could get expensive, so that's why I put gummies as a more budget friendly option, since you're gonna have a lot of long runs if you're leading up to a half marathon or marathon, and you don't want to continuously be having gels. The only time you want to be having gels is in the race itself and in some practice runs, just so your stomach can get used to how gels respond to having them in the long run. Now, a simple guideline for intra-fueling is to have about 20 to 40 grams of carbs per hour. Start your fueling at 40 to 45 minutes, then have 1 gel or an alternative every 30 to 45 minutes. Now, on the other hand, for lifting sessions, intra-fueling is not absolutely necessary. Your pre-workout meal and some good hydration throughout the workout will do a good enough job. The only 2 scenarios where I would recommend some intra-fueling is if you're in a calorie deficit and you're starting to feel a bit tired. Maybe half a sports drink or some gummies will help you push through that session and keep you lifting heavy. Or if you're trying to maximize muscle growth, having some intra-fueling like a Gatorade or a Powerade can definitely help you push these last couple of reps and keep you energized throughout the whole session. And finally, for your post-workout nutrition, it's all about repair and recovery. The 2 most important things to consider is to have sufficient protein to repair the muscles and to have sufficient carbs to replenish your energy. After a long hard run, carbs matter more, and after a lifting session, protein matters more. For timing, it's not super strict. You don't need to sprint home to have your protein or your carb, but also don't wait 5 hours to have that next meal. If you ate right before you have time, you can eat the next meal within 3 hours after the session. But if you train fasted, eat as soon as possible so you can feel re-energized and avoid feeling fatigued. Think of it as a 6-hour window. If you had your pre-workout right before the session, you have time to eat your next workout, your post-workout. But if you ate your pre-workout a while before the session, or if you trained fasted, then you need to eat that next meal as soon as possible so you can avoid that energyless and fatigued feeling. Now, for what to eat, aim for a balanced meal with about 20 to 40 grams of protein. Some examples include a protein shake and a banana if you're in a rush, chili, or yogurt and granola, or eggs and toast, whatever you like. So that's how you feel like an athlete, so you can always recover and perform at your highest level for every session. One last note before ending this video is remember that eating is not a chore. That means eat the foods you love, enjoy your meals, and make it sustainable long term. Always feel free to come back to this video whenever you need some help with your nutrition. Now, YouTube will suggest a video you should watch next, potentially here, and I hope this video helped you, and good luck with your training.